This is KGW News at 11.
Thanks for joining us tonight. And first things first is weather. We've seen rain, showers, sunshine, thunderstorms, and even some snow in the mountains. Let's check in with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. Joe, hopefully people didn't make camping plans for Father's Day. It's going to be cold up in the higher elevation.
I think if people made plans for camping, I think they might be in a hotel right now because the snow level dropped about 4,000 feet earlier today. It's going to remain about 4,000 feet overnight. And with all that, that cold air and those dropping snow levels, a good amount of snow has fallen throughout the Oregon Cascades. So as we look at the radar right now, we're drying out for the time being, still picking up some spotty showers here and there. But over in Mount Hood, they've seen 7 inches of snow in the last 24 hours. We also have some watches and warnings to get to. Freeze watch is in place throughout parts of southern Oregon. Temperatures are going to be dropping pretty quick over in that part of the state. And coming up in my detailed forecast, John, I'll talk more about the bit of a warm up we'll be seeing heading into the next couple of days.
All right, Joe, thank you. To a follow-up story tonight on the thousands of tents and tarps that have been showing up on Portland streets. Our Blair Best went to track down who they're coming from, where they're going, and what they're being used for.
I never remember the codes.
Under the Morrison Bridge in Portland's Central East Side, a storage unit is packed with supplies for homeless people.
So this is our lovely little clothing and bedding exchange.
Sandra Comstock runs Hygiene for All, a nonprofit giving homeless people survival tools. Multnomah County records show in the last year, the group handed out about 230 tarps and 65 tents, mainly during the winter months, they say.
I mean, it's a matter of life and death. Well, we get them from a variety of places, including Save Lives Oregon, as well as the Joint Office of Homeless Services.
The Joint Office of Homeless Services is the county and city-run group helping support nonprofits like Comstock's. Last week, county commissioners approved setting aside about $750,000 taxpayer dollars to pay for more supplies like tents and tarps. Groups like Hygiene for All then give them to people like Natalie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many tarps I have. Quite a few. They wear out. Rats chew holes in them.
But she knows where to get more.
Street Roots, Rosehaven, and the Q Center.
In the past year, the county has supplied more than 24,000 tarps and more than 6,500 tents through various avenues. Records show Central City Concern got the most, 680 tarps and 260 tents. Their spokesperson told KGW in a statement, in part, quote, Central City Concern's approach is in alignment with Multnomah County's in terms of viewing tent and tarp distribution as necessary life safety interventions. The distribution of tents and tarps allow us to center the humanity of people living outside who otherwise would have no protection from the elements, and also facilitates opportunities for our outreach teams to build trust and relationships. All right, so at this one site, we've counted 9 tarps and 3 tents, and not all of them are used for staying out of the elements.
I hardly ever sleep in them.
Instead, Taisha uses her tents for storage, and Jennifer, she's addicted to fentanyl.
It's really just something to do. Boredom, really.
She uses her tent as a private place to smoke.
I don't think it should be illegal, but I don't think you should do it in front of, youngsters.
Records also show Rapid Response, the commercial cleaning company the city pays $26 million to clear homeless camps, removed 8,000 to 12,000 tents in the past year. Arguably, many of the same tents Multnomah County paid for.
I'm very impressed with what's happening at the county level, and I just wish the city would row along with us instead of constantly putting obstacles in the way.
Some Portland City Commissioners see it differently.
This vicious cycle of whack-a-mole and people moving down the street with new tents and tarps from public entities or nonprofits, we have to stop this cycle in our community.
Blair Best, KGW News.
On Friday, a former ICU nurse pled not guilty to 44 counts of second-degree assault. Danny Marie Schofield, who worked at the Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center, is accused of switching out patients' prescribed fentanyl for tap water. Investigators say this was over the span of more than a year and led to some patients developing infections. The judge set her bail at $4 million. She was also denied a court-appointed attorney. If she posts bail, she will go on pretrial probation.
No contact with any surviving victim. or alleged victim, no intoxicants testing upon request, and no contact with Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center or any property unless for emergency services.
Schofield's next court date is June 24th. Portland fire crews spent much of the day putting out a house fire in the Woodstock neighborhood, possibly started by a downed power line. It happened just before 10 this morning. Crews arrived to find flames coming out of a two-story house with a still energized power line on the driveway. PGE was called to disconnect the line. No one was hurt, but two of the homeowner's cats were killed and a third cat is still missing. Police in Sandy cite an 18-year-old driver over a three-vehicle crash that left one of the vehicles like this. It happened just after 6 Friday evening on Highway 26 at 362nd. The 18-year-old was taken to an area hospital and later cited for reckless driving. Portland's Oaks Park is back open Saturday, save for one ride. The ride named Atmosphere is closed until further notice. It's after a terrifying incident Friday afternoon when the ride malfunctioned, leaving 28 people trapped upside down for close to 30 minutes, 100 feet in the air. One person was taken to the hospital after they were rescued.
I couldn't, my mind was so out of it. I felt like I had myself lost. I don't even feel like myself. I definitely feel like a different person actually now because I feel thankful.
I definitely have a different outlook on life now. Upside down, hundreds of feet in the air. The only thing I could think is I'm never gonna hug my dad and my brother again.
Oaks Park says the Atmosphere has been in operation since 2021 and until now without incident. It's closed indefinitely as the manufacturer and inspectors try to figure out what went wrong. We have an alert for TriMet Max riders. The Red Line will see disruptions starting tomorrow. From Sunday to Friday after 7:30 in the evening, shuttle buses will replace Red Line trains. That'll be between the Gateway Transit Center and PDX. This is so TriMet can conduct tests on their new Type 6 Max trains. Trains will return every morning, with the Red Line returning to regular service on the 22nd. Let's take a live look outside for this traffic reminder. All northbound lanes of the Interstate Bridge are closed for the night, so crews can perform sign maintenance. During this time, Washington-bound drivers should take I-84 east to I-205 north across the Glenn Jackson Bridge. The span is scheduled to reopen by 7 in the morning. And a traffic alert we're looking ahead to. Starting Monday, there will be overnight closures on Highway 26 between Cornelius Pass Road to Brookwood Parkway. It's so crews can repair worn out pavement. Traffic will be detoured to Evergreen Parkway during the closures. The overnight closures are set to go through Thursday.
We had some hail, we had some winds, we had some tents take a walk, but we rise like phoenixes from the puddles.
Well, today's weird weather couldn't stop an annual gathering of local artists and comic book fans. Today, local business Books with Pictures held its third annual WhipCon. The free convention took over Southeast Orange Avenue and turned it into an artist's alley, featuring a mix of local comic writers, artists, and illustrators. The shop's owner tells us what she loves about this is the chance to create a community of comic lovers and support future creators.
It's really a chance to give people a platform and a voice to show off what they do, to connect with each other and with the people in our neighborhood.
This year, the convention grew to take up 2 blocks. That's double the space from years prior.